Greetings everyone, this is Elizabeth. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are working with a digital and adding some actual stamps. Now this little cutie patootie is a Whimsy Stamps digital stamp. So you can go on their website, look in their digitals, and they have some beautiful horse designs. They're less expensive, of course, than the actual stamp. And you just print them, and they send you a JPEG and a PNG, and you just put it in Word or editing software, set it in there, resize it to the size you need, and print away. And I printed it in a 5x7 square, then chop that square. 5x7 is not square. So we just did a 5x7 rectangle, and then we chopped it down a little bit so we can have a little bit of a border when we're all done. For this, I have pulled out my Nellie's Choice, which I get at Fairy Hugs. This is Branch with Flowers, SIL 053. We're going to add that to the corners and the side, and then we've pulled out one of our Condo Dwellers, FHS060, and that one is a Fairy Hugs stamp, but I thought it would be super cute on there, so we're gonna have those two stamps are waiting in my Misty. And then we're gonna color our unicorn using some alcohol inks, and I've chosen to do a gray unicorn, and then with some purple, pinks, and blue hair. And then the horn we're gonna do with, I did not grab it, we're gonna use some liquid pearls. And then the hooves, I'll have to grab that too, I didn't grab it. I'm gonna do with black, but then we're gonna coat it with some glossy accents. Now the eyeball was printed black, and just to get ready, I already put some glossy accents over the eye just to give it a little bit of a shine. Now the background is just a little bit of Clear Skies by Simon Hurley. I went in with my little ink blender and a couple of sheets of paper just to mask it off in areas. Okay. You can see that I did get ink in the hair, on the hoof, in there a little bit. And I'm not too worried about that because the alcohol ink is going to set right on top. And I did pick some blues, so we'll go in and hopefully cover that up a little bit. On the grays, I got 152 Fog Gray. And then I got 253, a powder blue. So it's a little bit on the more bluish gray. On my purples, we're going to go with Wisteria Purple 883 and Lilac 884. Then with our pinks, we're going with Aurora Pink number 48, Cherry Blossom Pink 489. And then in our blues, we are using Arctic Blue 268 and Pale Aqua Blue 267. So you're just looking for pairs of colors that are going to go good together. Originally, I had this brighter pink set, and I was like, I had left it, you know, I was leaving the accent to dry, and when I came back, I noticed it didn't match at all. And so I went back and I tried these ones and I liked it there, so I put it up here to try it next to there. And those are the two pinks we are using today. And you can see I filled it in really good because as you add and saturate your color, that's the best way to test your colors together. All right, so where do we start? Anywhere we want. I think we're gonna do the hair first. That way there, if I make any boo-boos, I can hopefully blend it out with the color underneath. And we're just gonna pick a strand and add some blue. And then we need our little thing because I don't exactly remember which one is which. Okay. So we're going to take our darker blue, and there's lots of ways to do your blending. Some will color, and I do it, you can color in all your light area and then go in with the darker, but I really want a dark areas. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the dark, then I'm going to go in with the light, so that when I go back in with the dark, it's really going to make it dark. Okay, because right now the colors are blended so well together. They look very similar. So now when we go back in, and I'll show you. Okay, remember I added a little bit of dark there, and I can see it with the naked eye here, but then when I went back in with the dark, it just really makes it darker. Okay, and then we have this harsh line, and we can just use our pen and blend that out. And I did that a little bit too wide, so we're going to add a little bit more. Do a softer blend. There we go. And a softer blend. Here we go. So then we get this bar of lightness across the center, and then our two little dark areas. All right, I'm going to set these out of the way. I'm going to zoom in, and then hopefully keep that in here so we can see what's going on. And this is not gonna be super quick. I mean, it's coloring. We're trying to make it look really nice. Okay. There's no right or wrong way. You can see I'm doing this one a little bit different because I really want to make sure that my center is lighter. And there we go. I like that one a lot better. So I think I'll do that next time. We'll do the dark, the light, and then do it again, and then leave a little spot paler. Okay. That one looks really nice. And I'll go ahead and speed this up. All right, so the coloring is all done. And, well, not the coloring, but the hair is all done. And as you were watching, you'll notice I went back in with the blue when I was doing the purple. Once you lay down a little bit of one color, you know, you can, as you're adding in your second color, if you're doing 3, as you're adding in your second color, you're looking to see where that other color is going to go. And so as I was doing the purple, I was like, okay, pink, pink, you know, and then if I saw too much pink, then I added the more blue. So this part of the pony is going to be fun. Unicorn. We're going to do our powder blue and our fog gray. Okay. And what we're going to do is double check to make sure which one was the darker of the two. That's the powder blue, and the fog gray is much darker. So I'm going to grab my darker one, and I'm going to start down at the bottom, and I'm going to just add in some dark. I'm going to scrub over that blue. Yeah, it's still there. Hopefully she won't notice that little blemish. And then I'm tapping, tapping that little area because I don't want to saturate it too much and have it bleed out. Okay, remember the alcohol ink wants to come out. It's like, let me out. It's trying to escape. So as soon as you touch the paper, it's out. And if it doesn't do that, then there's something wrong with your pen. Okay, because every little tiny tap should be putting some alcohol down. And you just go in and add these shadow area. Make sure we're not painting a hoof. And as you lay down your color, you want to go in the direction of the shape. And I'm saying shape and not hair because it applies to everything. If you're doing something round, you want to make arc motions. If you're doing something square, you're going to do linear parallel lines. This is all over the place. So I'm going to follow these lines. These ones go that way. This one arcs up this way. And then it arcs this way. This one goes around like that. So I'm going to do that. But then this one goes like this. So I'm just going to follow it around that way. So go in the direction of your shape. Sometimes your shape is just the lines, such as this image here. That's our shape right there. And I'm making little arcing motions in the same direction as these lines. So now we're going to grab a little bit of pink for the ear, a little bit of that, but I forgot her eyelid. Just put some color right there. A little bit of green and some black. I grabbed a little peach for the ear. Peaches and cream. Okay. Nothing fancy. Just put a little bit of cream in there. Okay. Then I've got Spring Green 5947 and lime green 5948 to do the eyes. So I'm going to tap, and I'm going to tap. And we're going with Noir 5000 black. Now we're going to do liquid pearls here, and then we're going to do our glossy accents on the hooves, but we want to make sure all of our stamping is done. Okay, so we're going to pull out our Misty. Let me zoom up, which is not really zooming. We're just going to move you guys up. Okay, maybe. Oops, now we're crooked. We don't want to be crooked. Okay. So we're going to set her here because we're going to do some stamping off the area. And I'm going to flip this around. Okay. So now I'm going to hold her down right at her body. Okay. And we're grabbing this, which remember was the Nellie's Choice branch in flowers. Okay, and we're gonna put one here. I think it's gonna be a good spot for you. And then I have my little fairy. I'm just gonna set her aside for a little bit. And then we're gonna grab our beautiful black ink. Okay. Got our little handle so our fingers don't accidentally drop our thing. Very light tapping. You do not need to tap hardly at all with that. Okay. I'm choosing to stamp in black. I could stamp this in a color, but I don't want to take away from this. And it's going to draw in with the hooves and stuff. So it's just going to be beautiful. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now we're going to wipe this stamp up. Make sure that's all clean because we don't want to accidentally do what I just did. Okay, we're going to get that out of the way. Going to wipe that up just like so. Okay, put that back, make sure that's clean, put that there. Okay, now we're gonna put a few over here. Just to pick that up. Okay, then we're gonna stamp that one, just gentle tapping. And what you want to do is just make sure that your stamp is nicely even. If there's blotches, it's going to stamp blotches. Okay, so you want to make sure nice, gentle, even pressure. Because this Nocturne, it works nice. You don't have to abuse it to get it to go on there. Okay, we're going to wipe our stamp. I'm going to lift that up, wipe that off. And I just laminated both sides of this sheet, and there's a sticky grid on the other side. But I know this ink and these stamps are really good, so I'm only going to need to stamp one time. And we want to, and we don't mind crossing over because it's black. It's all gonna blend in so beautifully. And you can see it's stamped a little, but it's gonna stamp right over that. So I'm not too worried, but I should have cleaned it a lot better, especially if you're not 100% set on where it's gonna be. Just give it a few seconds. Lift and look at it. It looks like it was meant to be there. Okay, this time I'm going to clean it better. Clean you better. And I'm just using a dry rag. I mean, it's fine. And then this one, we're going to attach it right there. Oops, no, 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 no. Clean mess, because this is not dry. It will not dry on the plastic very well. So we want to get that out of the way. I'm going to scoot this up just a hair, because I'm going to make, we could do our little fairy at the same time. Like she's in the trees watching the unicorn. Okay. Checking everything out. Just like so. Grab everybody. And light tapping. Make sure everybody's got some ink. And she is facing the right way, right? Yes. We don't want her upside down. That would be tragic. Nice even pressure. I'm not pushing hard. Remember, you don't want to push too hard on these platforms. Tim Holtz is a little bit different. It needs that extra little compression. But this one with these type of polymer, and I should say the Tim Holtz with the red rubber. Again, if you're using the polymer, you don't want to push because you'll flare the line out. And then you'll have a blob instead of these delicate, beautiful lines. Take that magnet off. Pull that up. Look at that. Oh, I hope she loves this. But we're not done. Because, you know, it's for a little girl who loves unicorns and sparkle and bling. And yep, that's it. Sparkle and bling. That's what we need to add. Okay. So, we're going to close that gem up. We're going to make sure our table is clean. We're going to come back with this. Now, even though these flowers are in black, we're going to grab our Arteza metallic watercolors. You can use whatever you have. And I'm going to make the flowers more leaf-like. And I'm going to add some green shimmer over the top. Okay. And I have a rag. Same rag I've been using. Okay. I'm getting the water out of the brush. I'm drying the brush a little. I don't want it soggy. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab some green, okay? And all it's going to do is going to add some shimmer. So we don't need it soggy wet. We don't want to saturate the paper. We just want to add that color, okay? And if you feel your brush is too wet, you just wipe it off. No big deal. Okay, and we don't have to do all of the flowers. Maybe they just get a little bit of highlight. Okay, so that we're not spending all day doing this. Okay, just a couple of little highlights. Grab some more color. Make sure my brush is not too. Now I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. Just get a little bit of color on there. Oops. And if you get too much, you can dry your brush and then take it back. Because remember, we don't want it soggy wet. Okay. And if you find an area that didn't get enough shimmer, you can always go back and add it. Okay, how about a iridescent little fairy going to this purpley color? Again, we can test it out to make sure it's not blending with anything. And I'm just gonna tap the color in for her because I don't want to get it in the sky. Okay, so she's got a little bit of that going on. Okay. Shimmer pins, whatever you have available. Okay. I'm going in with the clear Arteza watercolory one. Okay. And again, we can test it to see what that's going to look like. See that? It's just going to add some shimmer. So I'm happy with that. And I'm going to shimmer up all of the purple. Just one color, not all of it. Okay, if you have those shimmer pots, you can use those. I feel like that one was a little too wet. Now, yes, you can shimmer all of the hair, but I think this magical unicorn has magical purple strands. That's it. Just a little bit of shimmer. Shimmer pins, glitter pins, whatever you have to go right over the top. There's so many varieties out there. I like this watercolor set because I've got options on the shimmer color. So this one's a clear. The green one that we use is more of a goldeny color on top of dark colors. Super fabulous. One last one. Okay. Look at that. Hopefully she loves that. And you know what? We're gonna, even though we glossy accented her eye, I'm gonna add a little bit of shimmer to the green part. Oh yeah, that worked. Okay. Let me zoom this in for you. Okay. We've got the shimmer on those flowers. We've got the shimmer just on the purple. Look at that. A little bit in the eye. You see how glistening that is? Okay. Now we could be done, but we've got to get this horn in there. And what I'm going to do, I need to figure out, I'm going to do the hooves first because I don't want to set my hand in something by accident. And I think I'm going to do the hooves better this way and then do the horn this way. Okay. No, we're going to do the horn first because there's more hooves and there's only one horn. Okay. So what you're going to do, okay, you're going to shake to the tip. Okay, shake it up and down, get it down there, and then you're going to squeeze out somewhere else. Trust me, it's not a waste. You're going to squeeze out somewhere else because you don't want to get over here and squeeze and have an air pocket poof out at you. And then I'm not worried about the black line. I'm just going to cover it up. You squeeze out a little bit and then use the tip to paint it into the crevices and stuff. Okay, squeeze out a little bit, squish it around. In little tapping motions. Remember, tiny areas are best with a little bit of tapping. Look at that. And then that's going to dry all pearly. Oops. And fabulous. Okay, we'll close that back up. Now we're gonna turn this way. We're gonna start and work our weight down so we don't muck it up. And again, shake it to the tip. Find out that you need to clean that, which I always have to on this. Okay, we just grab a needle. Oops, not that one. That hurt. Just stabbed myself. And I'm just grabbing right at the tip, going down just a little bit to dig out the clump. I don't want to shove that clump back in there. So I'm trying to peel it out. Okay. Clean that off. And then if you can go in and out freely, it is nice and clean. Again, pull the goo off the tip, give a squeeze, and I squeeze quite a bit because I don't want any chunks coming out, and I don't want any air coming out. Start at the back, put a little bit down, and tap it into the areas that we want it. Squeeze out just a teeny bit. And it goes on kind of milky weirdness, and then it dries clear. Okay, clean your tip if you're noticing some's coming out. Always pay attention to what it's doing, because sometimes it likes to run out. Nice, easy, glossy hooves. It's going to be one spectacular unicorn. It will go good with the gifts I ordered for her. And we are just about done. No tapping. Okay. Get it up there just a wee bit more, and that is that. Okay. Oops, I just dropped my needle on the floor. I felt it hit my foot. Okay. So that is that. We have glossy accented those hooves to dang near perfection. Okay. It's not perfect. If you're not satisfied, like right here, it could go up a little. But you got to be quick because it starts setting up really fast. It does take a little bit longer to dry. Look at that little fairy. Isn't he cute? Okay. But that is it, my friends. You can take those digital stamps and mix and match them with your regular stamps. Okay. Just like so. And this little pony is ready to go on her card and go in the mail. I hope you all enjoyed this little tutorial crafting along with me. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. And if you want more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. I'll be posting as much as I can. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.